Hey y'all, it's your girl Alex here. So I got a couple of things, it's gonna be pretty quick, but the update with the federal lawsuit, if it is accepted tomorrow when I go to file and get everything ready to be served onto all of these individuals for their individual participation in the discrimination, then if it's accepted, I will let y'all know, and I have everything put together so that I want to make another video on how to go through that process. If you caught my previous video, I did on Saturday night, the 27th, I think it was. The link is in the description, though, if you want to go watch that. I walk through basically how we're trying to organize to get parents across the country united. I have a Telegram group. It's the T.me Parents Fighting Back. That's the one. Again, it's in the description. So I'm trying to help us organize because there's a lot of us fragmented in like places like Facebook that a lot of people are still on, or even MeWe. Like there's so many places for people to be on, but even then places like Facebook are doing a lot of censorship. So there's a lot of that issue going on, and kind of people are sporadic. So trying to like organize to where there's a little more, it's a little more copacetic, right? And then second of all, so if that goes through, I'm going to add that stuff in, and then I wanted to talk to y'all about getting this stuff together. There is a program. I wrote the outline of exactly what I think it should include, because we have such a big issue with critical race theory being in our country. And it dawned on me earlier. I definitely got a download and was just like, well, what's the alternative, right? There's really nothing that is an alternative for them to be taught, because it just doesn't really exist. So why not create it? Okay, so I have basically what I have so far is that the curriculum is teaching y'all, or teaching our babies, teaching our community, everyone, like literally everyone. Only you have your superpower of being you. And the content of it is going to be how to focus on the morals of an individual, how they operate in society as far as their character, right? And taking away that, oh, I focus solely on race or gender or whatever, all this stuff that critical race theory is being taught. Because one of the downloads I got was deconditioning. We have to go through the process of deconditioning our society in these negative, hated, like literally, they are bringing back what we should have learned from the 50s and 60s, right? Like all the segregation. There are so many different universities now that are literally doing segregated ceremonies for graduation. Like, what? How is this okay? It's not, and this is how we fight it. And so I'm calling out for people who are, especially people who work with children, teachers specifically, to help make sure like this material that we're getting through and wanting to put together is appropriate, and like it'll deliver appropriately to each like kind of age group, if you will, and even into like adult education as well. Because this is one of the things that I've just been getting a lot of downloads on. I'm thinking about doing some of it here at the ranch, like different stuff related to it. So even parents that are local in Williamson County, Texas, if y'all are local and you're interested in it, my email and everything is in the description. Y'all, please reach out to me. Please email me. I think it's all the way down at the bottom. Actually, that was really bad planning. I just realized that. Yes. This is exactly what this is trying to fight, y'all. Like this is exactly so this is my outline, right, that I have so far, right? How to focus on morals and character versus race, gender, and other biases, right? Get rid of all of that. Start looking at the content of the character and teaching how to do that, right? They're teaching us how to look at all the races and the labels and all the things. Okay, we need to learn how to judge an individual on their content of their character and the moral values they possess. Okay, now we need to see, and we're going to start teaching how to see people, because we are all uniquely made, right? We are beautifully uniquely made beings. We're not supposed to fall into the same sheeple category, right? We need to be able to think for ourselves and learn when to say, no, enough is enough, right? So how to listen to gut instincts, how to honor that and tap into these different feelings, okay? How to listen constructively so that we can understand when people are expressing, like with the principal the other day, there were some things that I was, adamant about. So, and I had to listen, right? I had to put my ego aside and listen to the conversation. And while, yes, I didn't like how I didn't like the agreement. And even she today said that she didn't think it was going to go this bad. And I was like, yeah, I knew it was going to go this bad. That's why I initially dug my heels in and was like, no, I knew how this was going to go. And, my daughter was really struggling. Both my kids actually were today. And it's been a shit show, just gonna say, but we're going to get this dealt with, right? And I'll keep you guys updated because I want you guys to be able to replicate my stuff if it's accepted into federal court, how I have it labeled out, the strategy and stuff I gave y'all the other night. Again, link is in the description. Go check it out. That strategy is exactly how I have formatted my documents for the different lawsuits against them, these individuals, for discrimination. Okay. So back to the curriculum. So how to listen to gut instincts, how to listen to constructively, how to critically think, right? How to think outside the box, how to, like, we are going to decondition these preconceived beliefs. So all of this race, all of this hate, strife, division, rah, right? We got to decondition. We have to unlearn and relearn healthy belief systems, right? So we're going to reframe our minds, right? How to stand up for yourself, how to say no, how to identify red flags. See, this is where I'm saying I want teachers, specifically teachers, if possible, who are working with elementary age, middle school, all of that, because being able to condense all of this information into a way that these babies are able to absorb it, right? Super important. How to set up healthy boundaries. And then also bringing people in for that are able to explain the Constitution, able to bring in so people understand their rights. I myself am super guilty of this. I did not understand my entire federal rights, my baby's rights, their federally protected civil rights. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the Constitution until all of this, election crap started. And of course, that's when I really started to dig into and was like, well, what exactly does this say? Hold on, because all of this has been just one chaotic thing after another. And when we become more educated, we become more united, and we become more able to stand up for ourselves, understand the laws and how to use them, just like I'm doing right now with my kids, the federal lawsuits I'm currently going after with the superintendent, the board of trustees, and they're not as one entity. They are each individual who had a role, and going after their specific role into why my children are currently being discriminated when the superintendent and board of trustees have been running from me. Well, why are you running? When I've been providing scientific evidence, our cases are drastically dwindling. We have no mandate per Texas state. Why are you keeping it? You can't prove it, but let me prove all of the science, which is in the description, y'all, in case you guys want to start reading it, especially the link that goes to the research journals. Y'all, my mind was blown. Where's the science the CDC says that backs up why muzzles actually work and like how it works? Because my cue in when all of this started and the muzzle mandates were mandated and per all the things, right? My brain went straight to like, okay, well, what kind of filter do we need to have? And, what's the classification? I was just thinking about respirators and stuff. And I was like, well, how long, for each little part of it, the protection and stuff? I couldn't find anything about that. And I have science journals that prove they don't work, because that's not how they're meant to work against viral respiratory illnesses. The studies look at keeping healthcare practitioners healthy during the cold and flu seasons. The last one was published in 2020. Very recent stuff. So I please encourage y'all to educate. But I wanted to hop on because I really need some help with this. I want to be able to start. I even want to do some of the stuff like recording. I have the recording equipment here at the ranch for educators with some of the kids and stuff involved. So please let me know. Please email me. Please reach out. Even if you just want to be one of the people to help kind of like look over the program and stuff, please let's collaborate, because y'all, we are stronger together. And if you go into that Telegram group, the Parents Fighting Back, trying to organize people who in a non-censored way so that people can see where each other are at and start meeting and collaborating together in person locally. The idea is to like create the ability to connect locally, right? I love y'all. I hope this resonates, and I am super excited because we can do this, y'all. We can fight back, and I am going to help you do it.